For the longest time in my life, I thought when I'm fully healed, then I can start living because then I'm good enough and then I'm worthy. When I arrive at this imaginary point in time, this destination, then it's done. I can rest and just cruise through my life because there's nothing else to do. But boy, was I wrong because there is no such thing as the destination. I learned this very in my face. This was very in my face when I was going through years of binge eating disorder. I had a heavy addiction when I was eating every single night for thousands of calories of so-called healthy snack food. And what was happening was I was eating my emotions away. I was numbing myself. And I remember very clearly, well, when that happened, I said to myself, when I finally heal this, I'm done. I don't need to heal anything anymore. I'm there. But what I didn't realize at the time is that there was something deeper. That binge eating disorder was just a symptom. When I was healed, I went into a love addiction where I would always project my need for something on the women. Please make me feel whole. But at the root of it was that I didn't feel whole and good enough for myself. So I couldn't arrive at a destination because there is no destination. The point is to keep walking every single day. And at the root of almost everything, all the suffering in the world, is not loving yourself. Because not loving yourself means you think you need to have that house, that money, that health. You think you need that woman or man in your life. You think you need validation from someone telling you that you did a great job. But when you acquire the self-love, then you don't need all of that anymore. And life becomes a feast where you can just be yourself. And you can tell yourself that you have it all, that you are it all. But the pitfall here is when you start doing this work and consciously loving yourself, because in the beginning it takes conscious effort. When you arrive at that point, when you finally feel, oh, this is how it feels like. I feel what he's talking about. I feel what this crazy Belgian on YouTube is telling me. I feel enough. I feel worthy. I can feel the love running through my system. I'm there. That's it. Yep, I'm done for the day. I'm done for the life. I've acquired I've acquired self-love and I don't need anything anymore in the rest of my life. Do you think you've arrived at this destination and you let go of practicing this self-love? It's not even a practice, it's the way of living. So the image that I have is when you arrive at this destination, which is actually just a checkpoint on your journey, like, good, keep going. You sit in your chair on the beach, your beach chair. You're drinking your kombucha and you're getting distracted, getting tired. Your muscles are starting to lose strength and you see a fly. Oh, and you follow that fly. It's really interesting. And you wander off, all of a sudden find yourself in the woods and you look around. You're like, how the hell did I end up here? I don't know where I am. I don't know who I am. I don't know what this all is all about. Because you thought you arrived at the destination, you lost sense of yourself. Because this is a way of life. It is a vow, a daily vow that you make to yourself. Just as you commit to sleeping every single day, to eating, unless you do intermittent fasting or something. Normally, eating and drinking and going to the loo, living a self-loving life is in the same category where you do it every single day. Or not, if not, you will find yourself all of a sudden lost in the woods because you've arrived at the checkpoint, not a destination, and then you gave up. Well, not you gave up, you're like, I'm done. But the beauty is, at some time, you will see that you're in the forest, that you're lost. And then you're conscious again, like, okay. Again, I can see what this crazy Belgian is talking about. This is a daily commitment, a daily vow to myself. So when you're conscious in that moment again, you can see a path. Oh, okay, now I'm lost in the woods, but I'm going to walk to my path again. So you walk back to your enlightened path. And you keep walking. And you pass checkpoints where you feel the love. You feel like there are big moments in your life or small moments. And you sit, you take a sip, and you walk again. Because this is about keep on walking. It's not about sitting on the sideline and like, I made it. Because you will lose it, like a muscle. If you're at the gym and you want to do a bench press of 100 kilos and you're there after a year, and then you're like, okay, that's it, I'm stopping. Well, a year later, you're going to press 50 kilos. So it's keeping on. Daily commitment to yourself. To hammer this in even further, when you're in a relationship, it's like saying to your wife or your man, your husband, your partner, whatever, today, I'm not going to love you. I don't feel like it. You're a piece of shit today. Maybe tomorrow I'll get back to it. Tomorrow I'll love you again. Huh? How fucking insane does that sound? But it's the same what you do to yourself. Today I don't feel like loving myself. I don't feel deserving. I don't feel worthy. I don't feel good enough. So I'll get back to it tomorrow. Can you, like, no. Berserk. My mind goes berserk. You can't do that. You will feel challenging emotions. You will go through shit because that's life and that's what you chose. All of the lessons that you need to learn are there to help you acquire self-love. So you had to go through the hardships in the past or in the present or whatever to be reminded of, all right, I have the power within. I don't need other people to validate me. I don't need other things to validate me. I validate myself. And all these external factors are just reminders of you to do so. So when you're going through these hardships, even more, you practice self-love. Even though I'm feeling shit right now, I still choose to love myself because it is a conscious choice every fucking day. It's not a coincidence. It's not something that falls in your lap. It is a conscious choice. So you choose to or not. But keep on it. In the moments that your energy body, your physical body, feels sluggish, feels low, is when you need it the most. Because then the mind kicks in. Then the mind is stronger over the body. Like, oh, you see, this doesn't work. Let's go back to the old familiar. But you're doing all the self-love. It feels scary because I don't know it. So let me pop all these thoughts in your head that are keeping you small, that are keeping you safe and in the known, because the unknown is unsafe according to your mind and your nervous system, your subconscious. So when you're feeling the challenging emotions and feeling low, then is when the storm hits. And then is when you stand your ground. No, I choose to love myself. Thank you, mind. Thank you, subconscious, for keeping me safe. But I'm going to keep on practicing self-love and going towards my dream life. Because yes, it is unknown, but that is where the magic happens. Nothing new happens in the known. When you want to expand your life, when you want to expand yourself, because you are good enough, so you give yourself the love and the opportunity to grow beyond, not from a need because you think you need something more than that, but from a passion, a purpose. This is my calling in life, so I'm going to walk towards it. And it is safe. You tell yourself that it is safe. And you prove yourself that it is safe. Don't do steps that are actually unsafe. Work on the nervous system regulation. When you take big leaps, your nervous system needs to follow. When today you're earning 1,000 euros a month, and tomorrow 10,000 euros, your nervous system is going to go berserk because like, this is unknown, this is unsafe. What do we do with this? I'm going to lose it. So you work on regulating your nervous system. Breathwork, emotional freedom technique, dancing, shaking. You tell yourself and you show yourself that you are safe in a daily practice. That is why I practice this consciously every single day. Doing meditation first thing in the morning is my new way of life. It's not, no, I don't. Let me phrase that again. Is my way of life because I've been doing this for years. I don't need to think about it. Loving myself every day, mirror work, gazing in the mirror in my own eyes. reminding myself, doing self-love meditation every day, is because I'm ingraining it as a new way of life. Look at it this way. Right now, you have a pathway where your mind goes automatically. I'm not good enough, you see, and you're attracting people and circumstances that prove that. I'm not good enough. You see, that happens again. Yeah, it's the proof of that I'm not worthy. And it's like a groove that is going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. That is your automatic pathway. But when you make this decision and you what's that? What's the word in English? When you dig, let me say dig. You dig a new pathway, a new trench. I love myself. I am worthy. No matter what happens, I'm always enough. The beginning is shallow, and you need to make conscious effort to make this, to deepen this trench, to deepen and deepen and deeper. And because it's a habit to go into the old one of not feeling worthy, not giving yourself what you need, your mind is going to go there naturally. But you need to consciously divert it to the new path. Until the new path is the new one, the normal one, the consistent one. And that trench is so deep that the other one gets left out. And you don't go there anymore. Like Joe Dispenza says, neurons that fire together, wire together. So you fire the old neuron with the new one, and then they all both together wire into the new one. Because that's where your attention goes, that's where your energy flows. That is where you direct your life towards. That's why I'm saying it takes conscious effort. And in the beginning, it takes time, it takes energy, it takes commitment and a vow to yourself. But over time, this will become your new automatic behavior. Your subconscious will just do this automatically. Like when you drive somewhere and 20 minutes later, you're like, oh, how did I get to this point? Your subconscious took over. So when you practice this every single day, you don't skip days, because you don't skip days not loving your partner or your kid or whoever, your dog, fill in for yourself. You commit every single day. So that trench is deep enough to go there automatically. It becomes your new way of life. And sometimes when you go there in the old one, not that often anymore, you're like, oh, sorry, no thank you. And you choose a new one. Every single day, you vow, you give yourself love. You commit, you make a vow to yourself today, every day, every day. Tomorrow, tonight, this moment, this morning, I vow to love myself. And then you have the question of all questions. I love this question. There's no, the question never lies. If I truly loved myself, would I do this? And then be honest to yourself. But this is a daily commitment. It took me years and years and years to understand this, to grasp this, to implement this. And I thought I had the self-love, and I did inner child work, and I was still not there because I didn't understand what I was doing. And this came back and haunted me so many times in romantic relationships, where I thought I felt good enough without validation, and it kept coming back in every single new encounter I had. Looking externally, not giving to myself internally. Until over the last 8 months, when I went through a severe burnout, like all this shit just collapsed on my head, and I let myself go down the trench, go down the drain into a hole, and I consciously sat there for the first time ever. And I thought I've done this before, but I didn't. I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna explore every single corner of my being, of this hole. And then when I've done that, I'm gonna start climbing out to really acquire the self-love in every single aspect of myself on a deep level, not superficial, not like, yes, I love myself, and then inside like, but to delve into my being. So for the first time in my whole life, since I started this journey in consciously, 2018 was the beginning of 2019, the real beginning, I can say that I truly and deeply love myself. And I feel touched. I feel touched when I say that. And I feel so proud of myself for getting there. But it took me a long time because I had no clue what I was doing. ego got in the way, my mind got in the way, I got distracted. I went and sit in the forest many times. The flies, I looked at the flies. Oh, interesting. I thought I arrived at the destinations. Did this multiple times, right? Just like, yeah, now I'm there. Let it all go. And then months later, fuck, I need to do it again. But now I am there at a place of loving myself, which is not a destination, it's an ongoing path. So I am there walking in the ongoing path. So to help you get there way faster in the walking path every day, I've set up a coaching container where I help you and guide you towards this, to actually feeling that wholeness within, to actually feeling worthy, to actually feeling that self-love that you have within, that you probably never were taught how to do. I was never taught that. My parents, society, never. Self-love, blah. So I was thinking of a way, how can I bring this across? So now I created a container. You can choose between 1 month or 3 months, where it's through an app, Voxer it's called, it's like WhatsApp, where we can text and share voice notes, voice messages. Basically in the moment, when you're stuck with something, when you're feeling a trigger coming up, where you have questions, where you feel like your emotions are taking you over, your mind is going the wrong way. We chat and I help you through it in the moment. So it can go way faster, where it becomes automatic and you can just go on this journey by yourself. So if you're interested in that, the link is in the description to sign up. And please, whatever happens, whatever you do, always come back to yourself. Keep walking. Because the first time that you experience that feeling, true self-love, it is addictive. You want to feel it over and over and over and over and over again. And then life becomes just one high playground. You become high most of the time. So that will be your motivation to keep going. Because you are enough. You are worthy. And you have it all within you. And remember, you are epic. Ciao, ciao.